So good afternoon or good evening. So I'm recording this on a Monday. So if you're seeing this, this would indicate na wala tayong pasok tomorrow, which is March 18, 2025. Mainly due because meron ng meeting na schedule din ng 1. So mag-settle muna tayo with an online lecture. So okay lang yan. So tsaga-tsaga lang. So what I'll be sharing you is basically where we initially took off. So yung last na meeting natin from last time. So this is yung what we are doing with shear and bending moment. So I believe kung natatandaan nyo, ito yung mga topics natin from last time. And most of the examples that we have tackled so far dealt with what's called simply supported beam. Only meron ka lang pin or roller as a support, tapos nagkaroon ka ng merong overhang, therefore yung roller mo naging internal roller right there, and as a result, ito yung resulta ng ating shear saka bending moment. So similar principle will also apply on other beam loading cases. So beam loading cases, meaning iba yung ating support reactions or yung ating support conditions na magsimula sa 0 and mag-e-end sa 0 yung ating shear saka yung bending moment. So what example I was pertaining to? So meron tayong fixed na beam right here. So try natin fix. Oops. Hindi nag-ano. So makaputiro tayo ng straight line right there. Then simulan natin with a point load at the end. So parang maglagay tayo ng point load P. Then yung length ng ating cantilevered beam. So this is called a cantilevered beam, length L. So paano yung magiging resolution ng shear and bending moment diagram nga natin? Again, very first step is to draw yung FBD. So you have reaction forces right here, AY, and apart from the vertical reaction force at the fixed support, we would be expecting na merong bending moment dyan na MA. So, oops, namali tayo ng assumption, baliktarin ko muna. Assume muna natin na positive, so counterclockwise si MA. So yun naman ang ating convention. Once we set up yung ating equilibrium equation. So summation of f sub y is equals to 0. You have AY which is going upward, so therefore positive. Then meron kang P which is going downwards, therefore negative. Equals to 0. And at the same time, we would be summing moment on which yung counterclockwise natin ay yung positive. So meron kang summation of moment at point A is equals to 0. Kaya tayo nag-set up kay point A para pag sinet up natin to, meron kang AY with a moment arm of 0. Therefore, magdi-diminish na siya. Pero for the sake of formality as to why tayo nagsasum ng moment at one point or at the point where one of the forces was being acted upon, so which is yung AY, is such that ma-eliminate mo siya by virtue of its moment arm. So meron kang AY is equals to 0, then meron kang MA, assume natin na positive, then meron kang P na somehow clockwise yung rotation, therefore negative yung ating connotation dyan, and negative PL right there is equals to 0. And what we will solve is AY is equals to P. We know our algebra. Then meron kang MA is equals to EN. So somehow kumpleto na ito. Then if we were to do our singularity function, so simulan natin sa shear. So yung resolution natin ng shear. So going from left to right, so yung magiging itsura ng ating shear diagram would be at the very beginning, meron kang AY na mag-appear, and it's located and it starts at x is equals to 0. So parang to set things formally, parang ganyan siya. X minus 0 raised to 0. Then meron kang P sa dulo, pero essentially ano na siya. Sige, lagay pa rin natin. Minus P, then x minus L raised to 0. So ito yung ating shear function. So puro singularity function lang. Ano pa naman tayo? Familiar pa tayo. Then bending moment. So medyo mag-iingat tayo ng konti if merong external na bending moment. Take note, reaction force is still an external force. Ang in-evaluate natin is yung internal force na counterpart niya. So kung counterclockwise si MA acting externally, so internally it will manifest as a clockwise na internal force. So therefore, negative siya. And we have already determined, so sulat ko muna, sige, MA and negative siya. So yun na yung starting point mo. So already negative na siya. Then, pwede natin gawin, same din naman, x minus 0 raised to 0. Katumbas lang sa shear. Ganun din yung kay bending moment. So x minus 0 raised to 0. Then meron kang sige, magbibigay tayo ng certain example kung saan lalabas ito. Don't worry, huwag kayo mag-alala, magagawa natin. So meron kang MA x minus 0 raised to 0. Then meron ka pang AY plus AY x minus 0 raised to 1. Then, pwede pa rin naman, sige, for the sake of argument, lagay natin yung P, x minus L raised to 0. Raised to 1. So, to set yung formality, ito pa rin yung ating magiging bending moment function. Pero ano yung magiging implications nito? So una, yung AY na determine na natin, yung MA na determine na natin, yung AY na determine na rin natin. So lahat ito ay magiging in terms of P. So this is P right here. This is PL right here. And this is P right here. So ito na yung ating shear at yung bending moment function. Again, para lang ma-verify natin, it's supposed to start at 0 and it's supposed to end at 0. So meron kang x minus 0 raised to 0, pero somehow 1 yan. So ang lalabas at the very end, so at x is equal to 0, yung makukuha natin na shear is equal to P. Ito na yung na-anticipate natin. Then if at x is equals to L, ang mangyayari is meron kang P times L raised to 0 minus P times 0 raised to 0. So meron kang P minus P, so dapat matatapos siya at 0. Parang we're going from, again, left to right. Left to right. So, tinutukoy lang dito is ano yung magiging right na value, parang on the right na value kapag nag-cut tayo ng plane. Ano yung magiging on the right na value? So, magiging 0 na siya pagdating ng x equals n. Pero halimbawa, we try na very close to 0 but it's less than 0. What we would have is negative 1 raised to 0. Magiging pa rin siya. Nililito natin ang ating mga sabi. Sige, this time, we proceed with drawing yung ating shear at saka yung bending moment natin. Simulan natin sa shear. So sa shear, magiging itsura niya ay the very beginning, na-anticipate natin, tatalon by P, positive P, right here. Then, wala nang ibang other force. So, ano lang siya? Continuous lang siya hanggang sa pinakadulo na darating yung negative P. So it starts at 0, it ends at 0. So ito yung ating shear diagram. So this will be positive and yung value nito is positive P right here. As for the bending moment, ito medyo magiging tricky. Again, take note natin, we're talking about internal forces. So yung reaction force mo na positive PL, as an internal force, magiging negative PL siya. Right here. So this is negative PL. And yung magiging progression ng bending moment natin ay based dun sa value ng shear natin acting as its slope. So therefore, itong line na to would have a slope of P. Ito yung magiging slope natin. So magiging first degree. Then to determine kung ano yung magiging values dulo, we simply have to multiply yung slope na yan na P times its length, which is L. So ipa-plus mo sa negative PL and you'll have 0 as the last value right here. So negative ito. Which is tama naman kasi supposedly, alam natin yung convention na kapag sinabi mong positive moment, dapat sisimangot. Sorry, pag negative na moment, dapat ang magiging bend shape nito is nakasimangot. Kapag positive na moment, ngingiti. So katulad nito, ito may part na ngingiti, may part na sisimangot. And then, ano rin pala to? Wait lang. Yep. Ito ay nakangiti. Yung simply supported beam natin with this. So, nakangiti. Yan yung na-expect natin. So, ito yung ating magiging bending moment diagram for that. And on top of that, try natin another case para lang bago tayo pumasada papunta dun sa stress. So, papasada tayo. Sakay na. Meron tayong cantilevered beam ulit. Then, this time, meron kang uniformly distributed load. Uniformly distributed load, omega, and we know that's L. And if we were to draw our FBD, we know that the other forces at hand are the reaction forces. So, meron kang AY and meron kang MA dito. And if we were to set up our equilibrium equation, summation of forces along Y is equal to 0. So, meron kang negative omega L plus AY is equal to 0. And that leads us into determining that AY is equals to omega L. On the other hand, meron kang summation of moment at A. Again, this is to make yung moment arm ni AY to be equal to 0. So, hindi na siya kasama sa fray. So, meron na lang tayong positive MA right here. Then, this omega L na magiging katumbas na force niya is located at the midspan, L over 2. Right there. So, yun yung magiging moment arm mo. So, meron kang minus omega L times L over 2 is equals to 0. And what we'll get from here is MA is omega L squared. Gawa na naman ng ating ano. Pero this time, yung pag-resolve natin ng shear at saka bending moment, again, if we're to do our singularity function, so Vx, V as a function of x, so maging practice na rin natin to. Practicein na natin all the time na ginagawa natin to. So meron tayong AY times x minus 0, so it's still x raised to 0 right there. Wala pang effects bending moment dito, so hina-hina lang. Then, meron kang ito, yun. So, papasok na rito ito. Take note, since downwards to, negative omega yung slope na yan. So, meron kang negative omega ito. Yep, omega times x is equals to 0. Oh, wait, mali. May equals to 0. So, parang finding zero slope yan. Yan yung tinutukoy dyan. And we would be expecting, wala naman tayong na-expect dito. So, meron pa tayong moment function. Again, since positive yung MA natin, so meron kang negative MA. Then, meron kang plus AY. And it starts at x is equals to 0. So, minus x right there. Then, meron ka ng omega. Kalimutan ko yung singularity function. Pero, syempre, dahil 0 naman yung starting point. So, minus 0 is still x right there. So, meron kang minus x. Then, meron kang location ng centroid, which is this one right here. So, ito yung ating singularity functions for both the shear and the bending moment. So again, raised to 1 to, raised to 1, then yung isa. So how do we convert this into shear at saka bending moment diagram? Again, tun, 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 tun. Roll lang natin. Meron tayo dyan. Then, oops, kailangan ko rin palang i-rewrite ito. So this will be omega L x raised to 0 minus omega x. Right there. Then meron ka naman dito na minus omega L squared over 2. Oo nga, nakalimutan ko yung x times x raised to 0. Pero syempre, 1 lang naman din siya. So somehow shinortcut ko na rin yung singularity function. So meron kang omega L times x right here. Then meron kang minus omega x squared over. So yan yung ating moment function. So lagay lang natin side by side. Magandang simultaneous, somehow ginagawa mo rin yung both na singularity function at saka yung ating diagrams para ma-illustrate natin ng maayos. So you can refer always to your singularity function to check whether your diagrams are making sense. So simulan natin kay shear. So sabi daw, nagsimula ng AY. Yung AY ay omega L. So tataas siya by omega L right here. So this is positive. Then negative omega. So pababa ng pababa si negative omega hanggang maging 0 na siya pagdating dito. So dito, supposedly, yung initial value, ito yung AY. So AY minus omega L, which is equals to 0. Kasi ito, this entire length right here is L. Then yung slope nito is negative omega. Kaya slope times length, you'll have yung rise, yung change in rise. Or rise na nga, change in rise pa. So extra rise, kulang pa. So meron pa tayong bending moment. So we would be referring to this, and since this is already a linear function, knowing that we are simply doing integration, para tayong kumukuha ng area under the curve. So at x equals 0, meron kang MA na omega L squared over 12. Yung MA na yon, take note, external force siya. So as internal force, magiging negative siya. So this is negative omega L squared over 2. So ayan yung starting value niya. Tapos, siguro maganda rin exercise natin. Ano yung value ng shear at x equals 0? So mataas. Ano yung value ng shear sa gitna kumpara dun sa unang value sa at x equals 0? Somehow mas mababa siya, di ba? Bumababa yung shear. Ibig sabihin, bumababa din yung slope. Simula, mataas yung slope. Sa bandang gitna, bababa yan. Then eventually, it will reach yung slope na equal to 0. Yun yung definition natin ng spandrel. So if we were to draw yung spandrel, ngayon, ayan, medyo pipilipitin ko lang yung kamay ko. Hirap maging lefty. Iyak, sablay. Hindi pa rin. Yep. And sample lang. Pagbigyan niyo na ako. So this is second degree. Ngayon, ang tanong, paano ko makukuha yung magiging eventual na sagot dito? I get the overall area under the curve nito. Ano yung area under the curve? So, area under the curve is 1/2 times width, which is L, times yung height, which is omega L, right here. Yan lang yung formula natin ng triangle. So, ito, positive to. Then, mangyayari is, take note natin, yung magiging value nito is omega L squared over 2. So, ito yung initial value dito sa pinakadulo. Then, i-add natin yung area under the curve nito. So, meron kang plus. Oops, anong gagawin? 1/2 L, tapos omega L. So, meron kang omega L squared over 2. And this will be equal to 0. So, it holds true. It started at 0 and ends at 0. So nagsara yung tindahan. Ibig sabihin tama yung ginawa natin sa equilibrium equation. However, ito yung magiging itsura ng shear at saka bending moment diagram natin. Ano pa nga ba yung pwedeng pagsampulan? Again, what if meron kang concentrated force? Hindi, sige, pwede pa natin pahirapan? The answer is yes. For example, sorry, mahilig ako sa mga tricky na exercise. Dapat ito sinasabi talaga ng mga bata na mag-deal with tricky exercises. So, this time, maglagay na tayo ng numerical value. And mapapansin nyo, mahilig ako maglagay ng hinge. So, nagiging unhinged na yung ating method of solution. So, pagsasolve natin. Medyo nagiging unhinged na yung mga problems natin. So, halimbawa, this is 2L over 3 and this is L over 3. This is still determinate, believe it or not. Wala tayong magiging ano dyan. Problema. Wait lang. Abot naman. Bala nang malobat yung aking phone. So, meron tayong anong kailangan nating ilagay dito? Siguro pampalito. Ano yung magandang pampalito dito? Sige. Naglagay tayo ng bending moment at the midspan. So, maglalagay tayo nitong part na to. But L over, so this is L over 3, this is L over 6. So, naglagay ako ng concentrated na bending moment dito. Yan. So, somehow unfamiliar territory. Pero, good luck talaga. Tayo ko lang yung aking ginagawa on the background. Okay. So, this is still determinate. Masusolve pa rin natin to. Nga lang, kailangan nating balikan yung familiar topics natin, particularly yung internal forces. So kung meron kang hinge na connection dyan, pwede natin itong baliin into two systems. So meron kang unang system right here. Then ano nga na-expose natin kapag meron kang hinge na connection? Mamaya, masasagot natin yan. Then, meron ka on the other side. So, sulat-sulat lang. Yup, yan. So, meron kang roller na support dyan. And meron tayong bending moment dito. Then, we would be expecting, since nag-cut ka, assume lang muna tayo ng positive shear right here. So, meron kang, kunwari, point B. So, V sub B, and V sub B dito. And since hinge ito, dapat walang bending moment na, na internal force kang ma-expose. So, shear lang yung tangi natin na-expose on this. Ano pang kulang? Siyempre, meron pa tayong C of Y, then meron ka pang A of Y, tapos meron ka pang M of A. So, ito yung ating free body diagram. So, meron dalawang bodies, then may dalawang systems in place. So, pwede natin i-set up yung equilibrium equation. So, summation of forces along Y to be equal to 0, then positive yung upwards. So, meron tayong negative VB, then meron tayong positive AY is equals to 0. So, we would be expecting na AY is equals to VB. Right there. Then, meron kang summation of moment at point A is equals to 0. So, meron akong MA positive, then meron akong minus VB times 2L over 3 is equals to 0. So, I would expect na my MA is equals to 2/3 VBL. Yeah. Parang language lang, VB language, Visual Basic Language. Then, yan, meron tayong summation of forces along Y to be equal to 0. Then, pag sinet up natin to, meron kang positive VB right there. Meron kang positive CY right there is equals to 0. So, what we'll get is CY is equals to negative VB. Then, mag-solve tayo ng bending moment. Siguro, try natin at B para 0 yung moment arm niya. So, meron akong CY positive times L over 3. Then, plus M. right here. Ito lang yung bending moment natin. Nag-iisa lang yung bending moment natin. Is equals to 0. So what we'll get is Cy. Ito yung external force natin. So Cy lang yung makukuha natin na parameters from here. So Cy would be equal to negative 3m over L. Yung magiging value natin. And since Cy is negative 3m over L, VB would be, ano naman, tama ibig sabihin yung sign niya, na equal to 3m over L. And kapag sinolve pa natin to, so meron kang AY is equals to 3m over L. Then meron kang MA is equals to 2m over, 2m lang. 2m, yeah. 2m, yeah. So 2m. Sinorkat ko na, 3m over L, sinubstitute ko dun sa, dito sa part na to. Magka-cancel out yung L kasi denominator yung L dun sa VB. Then meron pang L na na moment arm yung sa MA. So meron kang so magka-cancel out yung L. Then merong over 3, tapos merong 3 dun sa numerator, kaya magka-cancel out lang din yung 3. Matitirize yung 2, matitirize yung M. Kaya meron kang 2M right there. Haba-haba ng posisyon. Saka natin masaset up yung ating yung ating singularity function. So, paano ngayon paggawa ng singularity function? Actually, kahit hindi mo i-take into account yung VB this time, the internal shear siya. So, definitely mag-appear, pero as is lang. So, dapat magsasara to at 0. Ito yung expectation natin na magsasara siya at 0. So, regardless whether may hinge or wala. So, meron kang Vx is equals to, so lahat ng external forces lang na then eventually mag-act as internal. So, meron kang Ay right there. Then, okay, tama naman. Wala namang problema. So, AY right there times x minus 0 raised to 0. Then, after that, merong pang pagbaba, dapat wala, continue lang, hanggang sa dulo na meron akong CY. Wait lang AY, CY. May magbabago talaga. Pagdating sa pinakadulo, meron akong minus VB times X minus 2L over 3 raised to 0. So, dapat mag-appear na ito. Then, after that, yung CY natin, so meron kang minus or plus CY, na-assume pa natin na plus CY X minus L raised to 0. So, ito yung ating shear na function. So, tinik lang natin yung to the left, not yung on the right. Kung ano yung maging itsura. So, parang kunwari meron pa talagang external force na VP dyan. Magiging crucial yan para ma-verify natin later on kung magsasara ba yung ating shear diagram. Tapos, meron tayong bending moment. So, meron kang bending moment M right there. And ini-imagine ko, no, dapat magsasara na siya. So, meron akong M of X. So, meron akong negative MA. So, hindi pa natin sinisimplify ito. Negative MA. Siyempre, ito. X minus 0 raised to 0. Pwede pa natin ma-simplify yan. Plus AY X. So, wala na tayong paki dun sa 0 kasi nakita na natin siya from earlier. X raised to 1 minus VB x minus 2L over 3 raised to 1 plus cy x minus L raised to 1. Pero eventually, kahit wala na rin to kasi eventually, yung bounds naman natin is from x. Yan. So ano yung magiging itsura ng shear at saka bending moment diagram na to? So yung shear natin, oops, o nga pala, kailangan pala natin tong ayusin. So meron kang 3m over L x raised to 0. Tapos meron kang VB which is equals to pusang yan. Yung VB will be equal to 3m over L x nakaka-distract yung ano. Teka. May kulang definitely ito. Pero sige, continue on lang natin. So 2L over 3 raised to 0. And dapat meron kang plus sa bababa, then okay. Essentially, wala na to. Cancel out lang to. Kasi kung inad mo yung VB at saka yung VB na yan, mawawala dapat ito. Then, yung magiging itsura ng ating, nililito ko na naman ng aking sarili. So, yung magiging itsura nito will be, yan, yan, nawala na. So, minus cy x minus L raised to 0. Then yung ating bending moment, i-revise lang natin. So meron akong negative 2m plus 3m over L times x raised to 0 din pala raised to 0. So times x right there. And then expect ko if 2/3 over L, magka-cancel out, magiging 0. Pero dapat, pagdating dun sa kabila, so ito pang verify, magiging piecewise talaga to. Piecewise. So, yung kaibahan, yung magiging bending moment mo is magiging piecewise pa din such that meron akong 3m over L kaya lang 3m 2/3. Yep, 3m over L which is yung VB times x minus 2L over 3. Magiging piecewise to. So medyo napaponder ako kung tama ba yung nakukuha natin. Magiging piecewise actually yung bending moment function. So yung unang nandito is for the left side. Tapos meron pa tayong bending moment function na madederive from this system right here on the right side. Itong VB ay magiging immaterial na pagdating dito. So meron akong 3m x minus L x minus 2L over 3. And actually, pinapahirapan yung sarili ko. Pwede ko naman nang ilagay ito na plus so meron akong 3m over L times x minus 2L over 3. Then meron pa akong, since external na positive yung m, so minus m x minus ito L over 6. So this is 5L over 6 right there. So ito yung ating expanded na moment function. So ano yung mga hindi na idagdag? So meron ako dito na VB times x minus 2L over 3. So magmamatter pa din. Although sa shear, magka-cancel out siya. And meron pa akong minus mx minus 5L over 6. So yan yung mx natin. Itong mahaba. So medyo nakakalito nga siya at first glance. So if you were to derive and internalize on your own, medyo nakakalito siya. Pero again, ang magiging takeaway dito based on the brainstorming na nangyari is, again, the analysis or the resolution of the shear will be on its whole. Pag ginawa mo siyang continuous, it is as if, kasi pag in-expand ko to, I would be expecting na merong downwards na VB, then mag-exist siya at x minus 2L over 3 raised to 0. Then meron akong upwards afterwards. Parang kinonsider ko na continuous. Kasi again, walang discontinuity sa shear, pero merong discontinuity sa bending moment. Yun ay yung resulta nitong hinge na to. So ang magiging resulta is, if we were to invoke yung continuity na yan, so meron kang VB times 2L over 3, then raised to 0. So ito magka-cancel out in the first place. Pero pagdating dito sa bending moment, I would be considering na itong VB na to, hindi na siya itong negative VB na to, hindi na siya tatawid sa kabila. Itong upwards na VB na yung magmamatter dito sa part ito. Itong 3M over L na ito. So, sana gets natin to. Medyo nakakalito rin. So, pag din-draw natin yung shear, why I am keep blabbing about that. So, meron kang 3M over L, positive. Yan, 3M over L, positive. Then, lang siya, dire-diretso lang siya. Hanggang pagdating sa pinakadulo, meron kang negative 3M over L. Right here. Yan lang yung sinasabi ng ating shear sa bending moment. Then, kapag ginawa mo yung bending moment, so ito mas madali to i-rationalize. We would expect that 3M over L to, wala namang any other forces na present except yung CY. Ito, tumaas siya by AY, then bababa siya by CY. Ganun lang yung nakita natin dito sa shear diagram natin. So, mas madali itong i-appreciate kapag ganito na yung system natin. So, meron kang shear, meron kang bend. And kapag ginawa natin yung bending moment, gawin lang natin siya na ano nga yung MA natin? Ang MA na nakuha natin is 2M. So external, positive 2M. Therefore, internal, negative 2M. So this is negative 2M. Then tumataas lang ng 3M over L. Tumataas lang ng 3M over L. So pag tumataas ng 3M over L, pagdating niya dun sa hinge, so yung magiging value nito will be this area under the curve right here. So this is 2L over 3. So yung magiging value nito is negative 2M plus yung magiging area under the curve. So meron akong 3M, then 2L over 3. So this will be 2M and this will be equal to 0. So yan yung magiging itsura ng slope, ng magiging value ng ating bending moment diagram at the left side. Then mapapansin natin meron pang VB na pataas. So that will contribute to positive bending moment. So dito ngingiti pa. Ngingiti pa siya konti. Yep. Then pagdating sa gitna, oops, mangkulay. So tinatanong natin ano yung magiging value nito? Again, yung CY to, yung VB na to. So meron ako, yung slope niyan is 3M over L. Same slope pa rin. So same slope pa rin. So 3M over L hanggang sa midpoint. So ano yung magiging value nitong midpoint na to? All I have to do is to multiply yung L over 6 times, this is L over 6, times 3L, sorry, L over 6, ito yung length, plus 3M over N. So meron akong M over 2N. Hindi pala, M lang pala, M over 2 lang. M over 2. So pagdating dito, this is M over 2. M over 2. Yeah, magiging M over 2 siya pagdating dito sa gitna. Then came that external bending moment. So bababa siyang ganito. So bababa siya by M. Right there. Then after that, ganun pa rin yung slope, 3M over L hanggang magsara siya at 0. So ito yung ating itsura, ito yung itsura ng ating shear at saka bending moment diagram. So sana na-appreciate natin both ways. Mas mahirap gawin to, Macaulay function, pero kapag nilat natin in terms of shear at saka bending moment diagram, mas madali somehow kapag ganito yung ating system. So again, ang conditions ng hinge, nasa-satisfy naman natin. Pagdating dun sa hinge, dapat 0 yung bending moment natin. So yun yung location ng hinge natin. So I hope enough yung mga exercises. Definitely marami pang ibang pwedeng lutuin ng problems for this. All you need to do is to practice all over and over again. And marami tayong mga exercises na pagdadaanan for you to practice. Or pwede naman tayong mag-initiate on our own. Pwede tayong pumunta sa library, gram tayo ng beer, inumin natin, hindi? Yung beer na libro, saka si Hibler. Nandun naman yung mga sample na problems natin. And continuing on, bakit tayo kumukuha ng shear? Bakit tayo kumukuha ng bending moment? Siguro pinakamagandang approach or details that parang starting point is would deal with bending moment. So meron kang bending moment and ang makukuha nating information from bending moment, if we relate this from our previous module, is actually yung tinatawag na bending stress. So again, how do we define yung bending stress? We lay down yung conditions for bending. Stress is proportional to strain. So therefore, meron kang stress. We simply have to multiply ang ating modulus of elasticity, makukuha na natin yung strain. Yan, madali lang naman yan. Then next, meron tayong planes will remain plane. Ito somehow complicated ito kapag medyo bara-bara nating binanatan. Pag sinabi nating planes will remain plane, essentially, if we were to track yung displacement ng ating cross-section, so Sige, maglagay tayo ng initial state. Initial state, sample lang, although magmumukha talaga siyang deep beam. Then, yung ating lay down lang natin itong part na to. Then, i-draw natin yung bend state. Yung bend state right there. Yan, bend state. So, if we want to say na planes will remain plane, bend state. Yan. Ito yung ating bend state. Bend state. Wait lang. Isa pa. Mahirap mag-illustrate. Yeah. Yan yung ating bend state. And we would notice na wait lang, planes will remain. Planes will. So, ang mananotice natin dito, kahit na na-maintain na plane ito, hirap lang we would expect na from this fiber right here, I will highlight it red. And if we compare natin siya sa fiber, yung original na orientation niya, or original na length niya, you would expect na bitin. So kung i-lay down ko yung deformed state, medyo kakapalang ko, bigay ng mukha ko. So ito yung length, magiging new length ng compressive fiber mo. So it is as if meron kang negative na deformation dyan. So we would expect na meron kang max along the compression. Then on the other hand, kung ikukumpara naman natin ito, so again, ilagay ko in purple yung original na length. Then, mas maganda na mas maliit yung size. So ito yung original na length. Ayan, erase ko lang. Then ilagay natin in blue yung magiging lengthen na state. Is as if humaba siya. So meron kang positive na deformation. Definitely kasi nag-stretch yung ating fiber. What this is telling you about, if we were to say that planes will remain plane, is that you'll have a linear na profile ng strain. So meron kang negatives maximum along the compression fiber right here. Then meron kang tensile fiber right here. So delta max T. Then all we need to do is to connect those lines. And essentially, dapat linear yung pattern ng ating deformation. Pero if we're talking about straight beam, so hindi curve beam, kasi curve beam ibang usapan yan. Medyo C18 na yung usapan yan. Pag nilagay natin sa context ng straight beam, what straight beam is telling you about is yung strain is proportional to deformation. So therefore, kung proportional siya sa deformation, sinabi din natin na strain will be proportional to its distance. So we would be identifying this parameter y right here as parang somehow our point of reference from what's called a neutral axis. Pag sinabi mo na neutral axis, ito yung location kung saan zero yung strain. So nagre-remain na undeformed yung length. So parang torn siya. So mga kapitbahay ko, tension. Mga kapitbahay ko, compression. Pero ako, unchanged. Wow. That's neutral axis. Then lastly, in equilibrium. Equilibrium is satisfied. Again, this state right here is primarily caused by bending moment acting upon your plane. So it is as if ganyan. So ano bang magandang? So yan. Pag tinwist ko, meron kang bent shape. Yun yung pinapakita natin. Iyan yung action na nagko-cause nito. So ano yung dalawang conditions for equilibrium natin? So meron tayong summation of forces kasi we would be imagining or we try to imagine, kunwari rectangular na beam yan, kung ano yung stress na mag-develop. Alam mo, merong stress na nag-develop dito under compression, tapos ito under tension. And meron kang stress distribution dito, tapos meron kang stress distribution dito. So meron kang stress block on both the compressive and tensile fiber, and we would be expecting na ito ay may force along the compressive fiber, then ito may force na magde-develop din multiplied by this area along the tensile fiber. So dapat yung summation of forces na yan, if we treat yung along the length ng member mo to be x-axis, so dapat f of x is equals to 0. So kung gagawin natin siyang integrative, meaning kinoconsider natin yung nature ng stress, so it's stress times the infinitesimal area. So meron kang integration na gagawin. At the same time, if mag-sum tayo ng moment, makukuha dapat natin yung bending moment na nagkukos na to, and dapat equal siya dun sa y sigma dA. Again, yung y would serve as your moment arm, and for example, meron kang selected na stress block right here, you would expect na merong force dito na magde-develop. So yung moment arm niyang yun is will result in m along z, m along z. So meron kang mc is y sigma dA. Consider muna natin na bisymmetric. I believe na bring up ko na ito na pag sinabi mo na bisymmetric, so meron kang mz dito, tapos meron kang my dito. So pag sinabi mo na bisymmetric, lagay natin sa context ng isang rectangular na cross-section, nakapag-identify tayo ng tinatawag na neutral axis. So dapat isa lang dito sa dalawang to yung present. Meaning, meron kang stress dito. Meron kang infinitesimal block dyan. Tapos meron kang stress dito. So ito yung infinitesimal block natin. So to get yung infinitesimal value ng force, meron kang sigma dA right there. Tapos we would be expecting na ito may moment arm na y. And kung gusto mo na walang moment along z, dapat dito equal yung value niya. So same direction pero iba ng moment arm para magkontrahan dito. Para mag-cancel out. On the other hand, if gusto mong i-cancel out itong si my, ang kailangan is meron siyang infinitesimal block na somehow symmetrical, so over the same distance from an axis of symmetry na nataon as centroidal axis, plus whatever stress that you're determining there multiplied by dA, dapat equal itong dalawang to. Kasi this would have a negative moment arm, this would have a positive moment arm. And yung positive moment arm na yon to a positive na bending moment, on this one, magkakos siya ng negative na rotation. Yung sa kabila naman, negative na moment arm with a moment arm na into the page, magkakos naman siya ng this one is going outside of the page. So knowing your right hand rule, dapat positive yung contribution niya sa my. And since symmetrical siya, equal yung distances na to, yung r na to, dapat equal to 0. So additional na condition natin for ES102 purposes is symmetrical yung ating cross-section. Symmetrical bending. So try muna natin na i-limit to that. Now, continuing on with the planes will remain plane. We can expect na this will be linear with this one right here, compression. Tapos ito naman, linear din with the tension. So meron kang max T right there. So what equilibrium is simply telling you about, what you'll realize dito is pag sinubstitute natin to, and wait lang, sige, continue pa natin. If i-convert natin yung strain to stress, so might as well we established that stress is a function from a distance y from the neutral axis. So meron tayong sigma as a function of y. So sigma as a function of y. Then we would be imagining either horizontal strips or vertical strip. Pero this time, consider muna natin na horizontal strip. So horizontal strip right here. Ito yung dA natin. So meron akong width right here na pwedeng maging variable with respect to y. So kung constant siya, rectangular cross-section, ibig sabihin yun. Kung hindi, nagbavari siya with respect to y, ibig sabihin either triangular or other types ng shape na pwedeng mangyari. And etong width na to, ay yung thickness na yan is dy right there. At the same time, since na-establish natin na stress is a function of y, so merong and linear somehow siya. So pag sinabi mo na linear, pwedeng ganito yung maging itsura ng function mo. Sigma will be equal to y over y max times sigma max. Ratio and proportion. Similar triangle. So meron kang y over y max. And try natin i-rewrite to as sigma max over y max times y. So ito na yung ating magiging stress function. So pag sinubstitute natin yan, so meron tayong, since constant yung sigma max over y max, constant to, so pwede natin siyang ilabas outside of the integration. So meron akong sigma max over y max. So meron akong b dito. And ang natira is y dA right here. And dapat ito ay equal to 0. We know for sure that this can never be equal to 0. This term right here should be equal to 0. So somehow familiar ito, this is yung ating first moment of area na dapat equal to 0. So maghahanap tayo ng location y, we set an origin y such that yung first moment of area na na-determine natin ay dapat equal to 0. So this would indicate that your centroidal axis is equal to the neutral axis. So yun yung information na makuha natin. And after that, if we were to sum yung lahat ng, and yun yung magiging basis natin for the moment arm, if isa-substitute natin to, so meron akong, again, magiging constant yung sigma max, y max over b. So meron akong sigma max, y max. Meron akong b dito. Tapos meron akong y squared dA. Right there. So meron akong mz right there. So what I'll be getting is meron akong mz is equals to sigma max over y max times b. Ano lang, assume muna natin na rectangular cross-section. Or, hindi, pwede ko naman pala ilipat ipasok to dito sa loob. Kasi pwedeng maging variable with respect to y. Laruin na natin. So, this term would become Iz. So ito yung ating moment of inertia that we have previously discussed. So meron na akong Iz right there. So sigma max, y max, Iz. Then at the same time, kung gagawin ko yung aking reshuffling, so pag ni-reshuffle ko to, meron akong sigma max is equals to m times y max over Iz. Or mas maganda na i-term na as the moment of inertia obtained from the neutral axis. And if I want to get yung relationship, babalik tayo, kung gusto kong kunin si sigma, babalik ko siya dito. Ayan. So yung sigma ko would be y over y max times my max over I and A. Magka-cancel out yung y max dito. So matitira is my over I and A. This will be our formula for the bending stress. So bending stress at any distance y from the centroidal axis. So again, magiging approach natin dito, pinaka-crucial is to locate the centroid. So ito yung bending stress. So our very first step, if we want to quantify bending stresses, is to locate the centroid. Wow. So yung centroidal axis. Locate the centroidal axis. Then after that, get the centroidal moment of inertia. Centroidal moment of inertia. Then after that, so 3 is to solve. So use sigma is equals to my over I and A. Kasi there are instances na baliktad. Ang hahanapin ko is m with a given sigma. So pwede naman natin jumbling itong equation na to. So essentially, that's your introduction to bending stresses. So all you need to do is to recall your module on getting yung moment of inertia. If required, kailangan natin mag-parallel axis theorem. Kasi again, meron tayong very specific na axis na yung overall na centroid, yung neutral axis natin. And meron ding, if we're talking about composite shape, so meron tayo, for example, na wide flange section. So laruin lang natin to. So yung wide flange section is doubly symmetrical. So assume lang natin. So for example, merong depth D. Yung depth D na to is yung nandito sa gitna. And since symmetrical siya, we would expect na yung centroid ay dito sa bandang gitna na ito. And say, merong kang width ng flange, BF, plus thickness ng flange, TF. Then merong kang depth, thickness ng web, TW. So we would expect na yung web would have a height of equal to D minus TF. Kasi nasa midline yung sukatan ng D in this particular illustration. Although malabo yung aking illustration. So D minus TF. Yung thickness nito or yung width will be equal to TW. On the other hand, yung aking flange ay merong height equal to the thickness ng flange. Then meron akong width na equal to BF. And again, yung location ng neutral axis with respect to the centroid is D over 2. So if I were to get my moment of inertia along the neutral axis, unahin muna natin yung sa web. Alam natin na this is the formula for the centroidal moment of inertia. So meron akong TW times D minus TF raised to 3. Ito yung aking sa web. Ito yung sa web natin. And already yung centroidal moment of inertia ay yung centroidal axis. Centroid ng aking web ay nagko-coincide na agad sa centroid ng centroid ng neutral axis ko, nandun agad sa neutral axis. Therefore, there's no need for for parallel axis theorem in this particular example. Then, syempre, i-add natin yung kay flange. So 1 over 2. Then, siguro, multiply na natin by 2 since dalawa yung flange natin. Yung width natin is BF. tapos TF raised to 3. Then gagawin natin yung parallel axis theorem. So meron akong BF times TF, siguro times 2 na rin natin. Then yung distance niya is D over 2 squared. Ito yung parallel axis theorem natin. And if we were to simplify, meron akong TW, sige, lobat na daw, T minus TF raised to 3 over 12 plus 1 over, BF, PF cube over 6 plus BF, AF over 2. Siyempre, nakalimutan ko yung B squared dito. So, ayan yung aking neutral axis na moment of inertia. So, after that, syempre, hindi natin gamitin na dito. Kung may given na bending moment, makukuha na rin natin yung bending stress. So, essentially, nandun na tayo. Anong oras na? 8:36 ba? Medyo 1.5 hour na pala yung lecture natin. So, I'll provide another lecture within this day detailing about yung shear stresses naman. So, maraming mga exercise, may mga paparating na module for you to practice on. So, good luck sa ating lahat. So, have a nice evening and pasensya na hindi tayo makakapag-discuss. Pero, I'll try providing a lecture for shear stresses naman sa next na recording. So, kita-kits!